Garo Yepremian will be kicking off for Miami. Don McCauley and Charlie Pittman, the D-back. Second half is underway. The ball bounces at the 5 into the end zone. It is picked up by Pittman. Pittman to the 15, 18-yard line. Drops at the 20-yard line. 21 yards on the return. Jim Mandich made the tackle for Miami. George, one other question as we start this second half. At kickoff time, the temperature is 71 degrees. It is muggy. Humidity 81%. It's about the same. It hasn't cooled off that much. An advantage for the Dolphins. They're used to this kind of weather.
But as we pointed out before, the ones who wear down more quickly are the big defensive linemen, and the Dolphins have been on the field defensively a lot more than the Colts.
Unitas throwing on first down. The pass is incomplete at the 38-yard line. Eddie Hinton, the intended receiver, had a hand on it. Curtis Johnson and Jake Scott in the zone defense for the Miami Dolphins. It will be second down and 10 yards to go. Baltimore controlling their own 20-yard line. Miami leads 7-0. We are in the opening 29 seconds of the second half.
Perfect pass by Unitas that time. Should have been completed. You can't do any more than hit the receiver in the hands as he did on that occasion.
Ray Perkins comes wide to the near side. Mitchell, the tight end's on the right side, and Hinton is split far side. Unitas in the pocket. Is going to scramble. Cut down at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It will be third down and 6. Making the play defensively for Miami was Mike Colon, the weak side linebacker. Third down and 6. Baltimore facing its ninth third down situation. They have converted only 2.
Crowd holds its breath every time Unitas has to run with the ball. When 38-year-old people start running in the National Football League, it can be dangerous.
Call it 3rd and 5, and the ball at the 25. It's closer to the 25 than the 24. And Jim Riley, the defensive left end for Miami, came across and made contact. Let's see if he was drawn off. The penalty will go against Baltimore. Set the ball back at the 20-yard line. It will be third down and 10. As Riley was drawn off, and George, we're beginning to get some crosstalk between the offensive and defensive linemen as tempers are beginning to wear down a bit.
They're usually not friendly to begin with.
Matheson comes in, 3-man rush, 4 linebackers on a 3rd and 10 situation. Perkins comes in motion from left to right to the near side. Unitas sets up deep. The pass is complete. First down. 39-yard line. Curtis Johnson made the tackle. As Eddie Hinton caught the pass at the 39-yard line, a gain of 19, first down.
And that's the exact same spot where Unitas threw one just a moment ago when the ball was dropped. So evidently he feels that that particular spot is a weakness in the Dolphins' defense. He really drilled that one in. There were 4 Dolphins fairly close to the ball when it was completed downfield, but he split the gap, as they say, in the zone.
Frank Cornish comes in at defensive tackle. So now with a standard defensive set, and 3 linebackers are in. Slot right side, first down. Baltimore moving from their own 39 left to right. Sweet McCauley is hit at the line of scrimmage. May have a yard. Curtis Johnson moved up from defensive right corner. 6'1", 196-pounder to make the play for Miami. Jim Riley, a defensive left end, 6'4", 250, was the second man there. Unitas, now 142 yards to the air, 9 of 17 passes. Eddie Hinton, 3 receptions, 66 yards, the leading receiver for the Baltimore Colts. Mark the ball at the 40-yard line, second down and 9. Unitas back to throw, 3 men on the pattern. Forward in the pocket, he'll be wrapped up, he'll lose. Manny Fernandez was there. Drops him at the 37-yard line. It will be third down and 12. They say, George, the difference of the Baltimore zone is the pressure put on by their front 4. The Dolphins are getting that same type of pressure from Jim Riley, Manny Fernandez, Frank Cornish, and Bill Stanfield.
They've done an excellent job tonight, particularly when they've been forced to do it, when they've been backed up and when they've had to play defense. course, they have one advantage, you might say, in rushing the passer, in that Johnny Unitas is not nearly as mobile and moving about as Bob Greasy is. He's more difficult passer to rush because he can run pretty effectively.
12 minutes, 12 seconds remaining, third quarter. Miami leads 7-0. 2 men in the slot far side. Perkins comes in motion near side. Third down and 12. Unitas to throw. The pass is up. It is complete. Eddie Hinton. Fumble. It is recovered by Miami. The ball had been blown dead. It is shy of the first down. Bonaconte made the play. The ball was blown dead. Jake Scott was also there, 47-yard line. It was third and 12. They picked up 10. It will be fourth down and a couple, and Baltimore will be kicking.
Interesting bit of side play down here on the Dolphins sideline. One of the assistant coaches, I don't know which one it was, charged out on the field. Don Shula ran out and practically tackled him, dragged him back to the sideline. Had a few unkind words to say to him about yelling at the officials.
David Lee punting. First punt of the ball game for Baltimore. Jake Scott is the deep back. Jake takes it 7-yard line. In trouble at the 10, avoids the tackler. Still on his feet at the 14, to the 15, to the 20, the 22-yard line. 44 yards on the punt, 15. Miami moving on offense now for the first time in the second half.
There's a fellow there who amazes me, Jake Scott. I never thought of him as being that nifty, but he ended up this year second in punt returns in the American Conference, averaged 9.6 yards every time he ran one back.
Miami's ball, their own 21-yard line, moving from right to left. First down, 10 yards to go. Just under 11 minutes remaining, third quarter. Greasy's the quarterback. Lots of times from the I formation. He gives to Larry Zonka the first back through. Zonka on sheer power. Brought down by Ted Hendricks, the strong linebacker of Baltimore, along with the weak side linebacker Ray May. And the officials spot the ball at the 29-yard line. A gain of 8. It will be second down and 2. Zonka, 6 carries, 25 yards for Miami. Warfield splits to the near side. Howard Twilley is the flanker right. Marv Fleming, the tight end, is open on the right side, and the backs are closed to the weak side. The give is to Jim Kick. Zonka, the lead block, across the 30, near the 31-yard line as Bubba Smith was there. And George will be about a half yard shy of the first down, although the officials will measure, they say.
Thought that was my job to predict these measurements here, infringing on my territory here.
I thought the official was going to measure. He's only pointing it out to Larry Little, one of the offensive captains. You would agree a half yard?
About 2 feet.
Miami 0 for 4 in third down conversions. Their fifth opportunity. Jim Mandich is in. Double tight end Twilley has come out. Warfield, the flanker near side. Third down and 2 feet to go for the first down. Miami their own 31. Greasy, lots of time. Takes. Zonka dives right side. First down, Dolphins. First time in the ballgame they've converted on third down as Mike Curtis, the middle linebacker, makes the tackle for Baltimore. And again, Ray May was there for the Colts. Mark it at the 33. First down, 10. 9 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Miami 7, Baltimore nothing. American Football Conference Championship game from the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida. 8 minutes, 54 seconds remaining, third quarter. Miami leads 7-0. They have the ball first down. Let's call it their own 34-yard line. It's closer to the 34 than the 33. Slot near side. Warfield comes back. The reverse, the fake to the reverse to Warfield. Screen near side, overthrows Larry Zonka.
Same play that the Colts used in the first half, faking first a handoff up the middle, then faking the reverse, coming back to the other side with the screen pass. Greasy was rushed, though, and had to lob the ball up in the air. He didn't have a good throw at Zonka, who was out there to catch the screen, and so it got thrown away once for an incompleted pass.
Roy Hilton, defensive right end for Baltimore, was applying the pressure to Greasy. as Doug Crusan and Bob Kuchenberg, the offensive left tackle and left guard, were in front of that screen. It will be second down and 10. Miami from their own 34. The ball on the hash mark, 20 yards in from the far side of the field. Two wide receivers near side. A man on the right wing, that's Zaka. 5 men on the pattern. Greasy's pass to Howard Twilley. He has it 47-yard line of Miami. And Fred Miller comes from 20 yards away to argue with Hugh Gamber, the back judge, on the call. And George, as you know, arguing with officials like talking in your helmet. He has no chance.
And Miller ended up arguing with Don Shula down there. Had a few unkind things to say to him. Shula coming right back with a couple of remarks, probably trying to upset Miller. Ball appeared to be underthrown, but a beautiful catch. The receiver came back and got the ball before it hit the ground. Miller said he didn't, but the official said he did. I really don't know if Greasy threw it that way intentionally, but that's the only way the pass could have been completed.
7th first down in the ball game for Miami from their own 47-yard line. The give is to Zaka. Zaka to the 50. A gain of 3 yards. Rick Vogt, the first man there. Rex Kern was the second man for Baltimore.
And things are getting a little bitter down there. The play ended up in front of the Dolphins bench. It appeared that Mike Curtis, the linebacker for the Colts, came over and threw an elbow at Coach Don Shula of the Dolphins as he ran by the sideline.
Mark it at the Baltimore 49-yard line and add another yard. A gain of 4. It will be second down and 7. Greasy has completed 3 of 7 passes, 108 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 75 yards to Paul Warfield, the only score. He has suffered 1 interception. That was by Jerry Logan. Zaka, 33 yards on the ground and 8 carries. Second down, 7. Greasy back to throw. In the pocket, in trouble. Scrambles. Cannot get out of the pocket as Bubba Smith wraps him up at the 44-yard line of Miami. A loss of 7 yards on the play. It will be third down and 14. Jim Mandich comes in. Marv Fleming comes out. A change at tight end for the Dolphins. Third down, 14. This is the 6th time in the ball game Miami has faced a third down situation. They have picked up the first down only once of the previous 5 times. 2 wide receivers go to the far side, and Larry Zaka comes on the near wing. The remaining back offset to the right is Jim Kick. Jim Bailey is in on defense. Quick pitch to Kick. He's in trouble. He wants to throw the halfback pass. Norm Evans, the defensive right tackle, was jammed back into Jim Kick as the defensive line of Baltimore simply overpowering the offensive line of Miami.
And it appeared that he wanted to throw a halfback pass, but I didn't see any receivers going downfield. I don't know whether he just got excited and wanted to get rid of the ball and avoid a long loss or what.
Larry Seipel will now be kicking on a 4th down and 18. He has a 42-yard average in the ball game. Rick Vogt to return it. He's at the 23-yard line of the Colts. The rush is on. A beauty. Vogt takes it over his shoulder at the 9-yard line. Returns to the near side to the 13-yard line. Jim Langer. And Burns in. Herter makes the tackle. 49 yards on the punt. Along with George Ratterman, this is Charlie Jones. We have 5 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter of the American Football Conference Championship game. The last step to the Super Bowl. Miami leads 7-0. Baltimore has the ball first down their own 13-yard line. Unitas is the quarterback. Perkins wide to the near side. Hinton is wide to the far side. Unitas wants to throw. 4 men on the pattern. Dumps a short screen near side. Incomplete to Nottingham. Tim Foley moved up on the defensive coverage. It will be second down and 10. The ball at the 13-yard line. The front 4 for Miami is now Jim Riley, Frank Cornish, Bob Hines, and Bill Stanfield. as Manny Fernandez is not in the ball game at this time on defense. 2nd and 10. Sweep to the far side. Don McCauley. 2 blockers in front. Around the corner, he has 3 steps as Curtis Johnson makes the play for Miami. Outside the 15, they will mark the ball at the 16-yard line. No, the 17-yard line, the officials say. A gain of 4. It is 3rd down and 6.
And the Dolphins would really like to hold the Colts here, because if they could force a punt from this point on the field, the Dolphins wouldn't be too far out of field goal range.
Unitas has completed 10 of 19 passes, 151 yards. Baltimore, 3 of 10 third down conversions. Lots of time. Unitas goes deep. Hinton is there. It is knocked away. Intercepted. Johnson knocked it away. Anderson has the ball. 40-yard line of Baltimore. 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Tim Foley, Doug Swift, and Bob Heitz on the return. We have it at 65 yards. We'll check it officially.
And we had some beautiful blocks on that return, too.
Yepremian adds the point after. $46,000 fans are going crazy in Miami.
How many?
76,000. I lost 30,000 on the return.
I didn't think there were any quiet ones there.
Dick Anderson, after the ball had been tipped by Curtis Johnson.
Just some great blocks on that return. A nice run by Anderson. Boy, he was a tired fellow by the time he got to the end zone. He caught it sort of over toward the right side of the field, ran over to that sideline, cut all the way back across the field. Seemed to be cornered down around the 10-yard line, but broke out towards the middle again.
We'll mention again Doug Swift, Bob Hines, Tim Foley, key blocks, Yepremian to kick off. McCauley and Pittman are deep. In the end zone, Pittman will not run it out. Baltimore will have the ball their own 20-yard line. Miami now leads 14-0 with 4:33 remaining third quarter. Baltimore at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
And I think we'll see the Dolphins secondary dropping off a bit now, willing to give the Colts a short pass, but not willing to surrender the long one. On the other hand, Unitas has plenty of time, and he's the kind of quarterback to take what he can get. I think he'll stick with his short game and try to pick them apart.
Tom Matty is in with Nottingham. The pass to Nottingham, left side in the flat, just to the line of scrimmage, if that, as Mike Tolan was there for Miami. The officials will spot the ball at the 20-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Bob Matheson comes in on defense. Frank Cornish comes out, 3-man rush, 4 linebackers. Running back split. Perkins wide near side, Hinton wide far side, Unitas to throw. Over the middle, Perkins has it. To the 29-yard line, Ray Perkins. Nick Buonacani drops him at the 29-yard line. Nottingham dives, 1st down. From the 29 to the 32 on a 3rd and 1 opportunity. That is the 4th time in the ball game that Baltimore has converted out of 12 opportunities on 3rd down. Bob Matheson made the tackle for Miami. Unitas 160 yards through the air, 12 of 22, one interception that cost him a score. Jim O'Brien is now in as a wide receiver near side. Hinton goes in motion far side. Unitas throws incomplete. John Mackey is now the tight end. Hinton could not get to the football. Maddie comes in. Nowatzki comes out for Baltimore. Curtis Johnson, the defensive play. So Baltimore has some problems in their offensive sets now due to injuries, George.
And it appeared that John Unitas threw that ball before his receivers were ready for it. They hadn't turned around and were looking at him yet. I didn't know that he had all that pressure on him, but some mix-up between John and his receivers on that play.
From the I formation, Don Nottingham and Tom Maddie, the running backs. O'Brien split to the near side, Hinton far side. Delayed screen right side to Nottingham. He is sacked by Mike Colin, who read it from 15 yards away. Maddie into the left flat. The fake to Maddie, the throwback to Nottingham. Colin read it all the way. Nottingham, momentarily shaken up, will go out of the lineup. Nowatzki comes in to replace him. 3rd and 16. Baltimore from left to right from their own 26. One remaining back, that's Nowatzki. Unitas back to throw. Everybody's out. John has to hurry. The pass is complete, close to the first down. Buoniconti made the tackle on Eddie Hinton. The officials spot the ball at the 42-yard line. That is the 12th first down of the ball game, as Baltimore does have it at their own 42-yard line. Eddie Hinton has 5 receptions, 93 yards. John Mackey is the tight end at the Baltimore 42. First down, Colts. Unitas throws. Complete over the middle to Hinton. Had it at the 49, hit back at the 47, and then to about the 48-yard line as he was jostled back and forth. Jim Riley and Manny Fernandez finally brought him down, but he took a beating coming across the middle.
He got bumped by a few people and lost ground as he tried to circle out and pick up additional yardage. Would have been better off if he would have fallen down just right where he caught the ball.
Buoniconti and Colin were the men fighting him for Miami. Let's call it the 48-yard line of Baltimore, just shy of that point, now with 1:57 remaining third quarter. The Dolphins lead it by a score of 14-0. Dallas is already in the Super Bowl, 2 weeks away. On the draw, Nowatzki to the 49, maybe the 48-yard line of Miami. Jim Riley makes the tackle. Call it the Miami 48, a gain of 4, again close to the first down. The clock is still moving. The officials will not move the chains in. Mark it, a half yard to go. Tom Mitchell comes in. Ed Hinton comes out for Baltimore. 2 tight ends. 1 minute 17 and counting, third quarter. Miami leads 14-0. Perkins, the flanker near side. Maddie and Nowatzki are the running backs. Unitas, Nowatzki dives, first down. Buoniconti and Colin, along with Stanfield, all had a hand on the defensive play. Eddie Hinton comes back into the offense, and Tom Mitchell comes out. And the ball is placed at the 47-yard line, first down. Baltimore has converted 3 third down opportunities in this drive. 3rd and 1, 3rd and 16, 3rd and a half. First down, Miami 47. Split back. Unitas, quick pass, near side. Perkins has it out of bounds, 43-yard line. A gain of 4. Tim Foley bumps him out. Will be second down and 6, and that stops the clock with 31 seconds remaining third quarter. Cornish comes in, Fernandez comes out, defensive line Miami.
And John Unitas running his offense very well here at the moment, mixing up his plays extremely well. Came through with a key third down pass just a few moments ago. If they had had to kick in and hadn't made that first down, Dolphins had all the momentum, would have been in pretty good field position again, but that was really a key play when he completed the pass at third down and picked up the first down.
Faking the draw, Unitas back to throw, goes deep, intercepted. Miami at the football, 26-yard line, Jake Scott. Unitas now 16 of 27, 184 yards, 2 interceptions.
Ball may have been deflected as it went downfield. I'm not sure. It appeared that a defensive lineman may have hit it and sent it just a bit off course. I'm not positive of that.
First down, Miami, their own 26. 9 seconds remaining, third quarter. The Dolphins lead it by a score of 14-0. They may not get the play off. Jake Scott, who made the interception, may have hurt his arm. The gun's down. The crowd roars. That is the end of the third quarter. The score, Miami 14, Baltimore nothing. We are 15 minutes away from the Super Bowl. Sweep near side, Larry Zonka, Little the lead guard. To the 30-yard line, a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6 as Bubba Smith was the first man there for the Colts and Jim Bailey was the second. The crowd here tonight at the Orange Bowl, the largest to ever see the Dolphins play, 78,629, 78,629. Zonka, 37 yards and 9 carries. 2 wide receivers far side. Zonka's on the right wing. Miami moving from our left to our right from their own 30-yard line. The give is to Jim Kick. He'll have 1 yard. That is it. Into the arms of Bubba Smith. Jerry Logan was the second man there for Baltimore. Mark it at the 31-yard line. The officials know they're going to mark it at the 32-yard line. It'll be third down and 4. Miami has converted only 1 third down opportunity in the ball game, and this is the 7th that they have faced. The 75-yard touchdown pass and the 65-yard interception return, the only scores in the ballgame. Miami leads 14-0. 13 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Third down and 4. The Dolphins want to hold possession and run the clock down. Greasy takes, back to throw. Rolls to the left side, being chased by Billy Newsome. Greasy's in trouble. He slips under everybody to the turf at the 23-yard line. Jim Bailey was there, and Rex Kern had moved up from the secondary. So with the ball at the 23, a loss of 9. It'll be fourth down and 13, and Larry Seifel will be kicking.
And Greasy was extremely careful then. He certainly didn't want to put the ball in the air while he was running. Perhaps throw it off balance, allow an interception. He wants to be extremely careful that they have no fumbles, no interceptions at this point.
Seifel, 43.4-yard average on 5 punts today. Rick Vogt, fair catch, moves under it. 38-yard line of Baltimore. Baltimore moving from our right to our left. Exactly 13 minutes remaining in the ballgame. First down, Colts, their own 38-yard line. Tom Nowatzki, Tom Matty are the running backs. Unitas is swapped. He is sacked at the 29-yard line. Bob Heinz was there. A loss of 9. It will be second and 19. With the exception of the 75-yard touchdown pass from Bob Greasy to Paul Warfield midway in the first quarter, it has been the Miami defense. They have done it every time they needed to, George.
And it would appear at this point in the game, as you mentioned a moment ago, Charlie, with all these injuries now on the Baltimore side, their offense seems to be breaking down a bit on each play. Why somebody seems to miss a block.
Unitas has been sacked 3 times. He's lost 18 yards attempting to throw. He's back again. It is low, but it is complete at the 36-yard line to Tom Matty. Nick Buonacani, the middle linebacker, had picked up Matty when he came out of the backfield. It will be third down and 12. Matty's first reception, a gain of 6 on the play.
And even though it was a relatively short pass, thrown quickly by John Unitas. He got dumped again after he threw it. They were in on him very quickly that time.
Verndon Herter, the rookie from Central of Iowa, in on defense. Unitas, 17 of 29, 190 yards, 2 interceptions, back to throw, 3rd down and 12. Loops one near side Eddie hit, knocked away at the last moment by Curtis Johnson. Defensive right corner, he just got there in time. It will be 4th down. David Lee will be punting. Jake Scott operating with a broken left hand and now a bruised right elbow that he suffered in this ball game is back for the return. Lee has punted one time previously tonight for 44 yards. This one almost blocked, sails it away. At the 20-yard line is Jake Scott, heads to the near side. Is met by Charlie Pittman at the 26 and dropped at that point. 44 yards on the punt, 6 yards on the return. Miami has the football, 11:43 remaining. Miami 14, Baltimore nothing. Dolphins first down their own 26-yard line. Warfield goes wide to the far side. Twilley is the tight end on the right side. Fleming the tight end left side. Zaka and Kick the running backs. Larry Zaka pulling his way to the 35-yard line, 9 yards before Ted Hendricks can stop him. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Zaka this year, 1,051 yards during the regular season, one of 5 men in the National Football League to crack the 1,000-yard barrier, 2nd in rushing in the American Football Conference. His longest gain today of 9 yards, a total of 46 in 10 opportunities. 2nd down and 1, 10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Split backs, Kick and Zaka, Warfield flank far side, Twilley split near side. Jim Kick should have the first down at the 37-yard line. Jim Bailey was there, and the second man was the middle linebacker for Baltimore, Mike Curtis.
And just as we mentioned a moment ago, the Baltimore Colts offensively seem to be breaking down a bit. The Miami Dolphins seem to be improving at this point in the game, showing a bit more offense, being a bit more consistent.
For the Dolphins, their 8th first down in the ball game. Baltimore has 13 first downs as a comparison. Miami, their own 37. They lead 14-0. A 75-yard touchdown pass, a 65-yard interception. Jim Kick turns the left corner as he goes wide to the far side. Bob Kuchenberg, the lead guard, has about 3 yards to the 40 as Rex Kern moved up from defensive corner along with a strong safety, Jerry Logan. Mark the ball at the 40-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 7. Jim Kick now has 28 yards and 13 carries.
Clock continuing to move. 9 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the ball game. Dolphins ahead 14-0.
The crowd, 78,629. Greasy again with a long count. The first back through is Zaka. He rolls to about the 44, possibly the 45. Let's call it the 45. It'll be 3rd down and a couple as Fred Miller, the defensive captain, was there to reach out and pull him down. Jim Mandich will come in. Twilley will come out. We'll have 2 tight ends. This is the 8th time in the ball game the Dolphins have faced a 3rd down situation. Ironically, George, they've converted only 1. But they lead 14-0. First half, they shut off Baltimore. 4 times inside their own 40-yard line, stopping them once at the 8, and the Colts missed on 3 field goals. Going deep, Warfield's alone, 25-yard line, takes to the near side, 15, 10, 5 out of bounds, 3rd and 2. 5-yard line of Baltimore. 50 yards on the pass play from Greasy to Warfield.
And ironically enough, that's the kind of call that John Unitas is famous for. 3rd and short yardage, go for the bomb. Probably something that Don Shula picked up from Unitas when he was his coach up at Baltimore.
Warfield, after he caught the ball, came to a dead stop, gave a head fake as if to reverse, and then sweep to the left side.
Warfield did a beautiful job of faking as they lined up, too, because they had 2 tight ends, and Warfield, as a flanker, didn't even get too wide. He appeared to be edging in as if he were going to help in the blocking.
Warfield, 2 receptions, 125 yards, the first touchdown of the ball game. He scored from 75 yards out. This pass play on 3rd and 2 covered 50. Zaka touchdown. 5 yards away, Larry Zaka scores. On the drive in 6 plays, the key 3rd down into a 50-yard pass from Greasy to Warfield. Noonan to hold Yepremian with the extra point attempt. 8 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. Arms outstretched. Here's the snap. The ball is down. The boot is good. 8 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the ball game. Garo Yepremian getting set to kick off. Miami leads it by a score of 21-0. On the return, Don McCauley far side, Pittman near side, Pittman at the goal line. Charlie's to the 10, Hess to the near side to the 20, 25, 30, 35, written out of bounds about the 38-yard line by Mike Colon. 38 yards on the kickoff return by Charlie Pittman. George, Miami has only 1 shutout in their history. That was earlier this season here. They shut out Buffalo by a score of 34-0. They now lead Baltimore 21-0 with 7 minutes, 52 seconds remaining.
Charlie, this game is working out just exactly the opposite the way I thought it would. I thought in a tight game, and really aside from the 3 long scores by the Dolphins, it's been a very closely played ball game. But I thought in a game such as that, the Dolphins would break down first. They'd be the ones to make the mistakes. They had the fumbles or the interceptions. But it's been the Colts that have broken down on 3 occasions now.
First down and 10. Haverlack in the offensive set. The pass is to Haverlack. He caught it at about the 45-yard line, close to the near side, and goes to the 50 where Curtis Johnson, at defensive right corner, who's had an outstanding game. He tipped the ball that Anderson intercepted. He's been all over the playing field. Anderson caught the ball after it had been tipped and went 65 yards for the second score. And again, it was Johnson here with the play and marked the ball at the 50-yard line where it is first down Baltimore. 7 minutes, 20 seconds and counting remaining in the ball game. Slot near side, 1 remaining back Unitas. He throws. Haverlack incomplete. Sam had it in his hands at the 37-yard line. He was hit by Jake Scott. Lost the ball. Came down incomplete. Unitas 18 of 32, 203 yards, 2 interceptions. It'll be 2nd and 10, the ball at the 50-yard line. Now with 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Miami leads by a score of 21-0. 75-yard touchdown pass to Paul Warfield. 65-yard interception return for a touchdown by Dick Anderson. Larry Zaka scoring from 5 yards out, capping the long drive. Unitas back to throw, 2nd and 10. Right side complete. John Mackey. The tight end has it. Doug Swift has Mackey. Mark the ball about the 42 or the 43-yard line. The officials say the 43. It'll be 3rd down and 3, and Tipper's beginning to flare again.
And the Dolphins are definitely giving the Colts a short pass now. They feel with 6 minutes, 45 seconds left, 21-point lead, they can afford to give them the short ones as long as they don't get hit with the big bomb. That time, Mackey was struggling to get out of bounds after the reception to stop the clock. But the Colts managed to keep him inbounds, so the clock continues to run. 6.5 minutes to go.
3rd down and 3, 43-yard line of Miami. Unitas in the pocket. The pass is complete at the 30-yard line to Sam Haverlack. Anderson made the tackle, brought him down at the 25-yard line. So they convert on a 3rd and 3, have a first down at the 25-yard line of Miami. Now with 6 minutes, 9 seconds remaining, and the clock continues to move. Ray Perkins comes to the near side. Haverlack goes wide to the far side. Willie Richardson is also in as a wide receiver. The pass is incomplete. Perkins, the intended receiver, and Curtis Johnson was there for Miami. 5 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in the ball game. Miami 21, Baltimore nothing. Dallas already in the Super Bowl as they defeated San Francisco earlier today by a score of 14-3. And right now, the Miami Dolphins are only 5 minutes and 48 seconds away from the Super Bowl. Perkins goes wide to the far side. Eddie Hinton will be in the slot. Haverlack is the wide receiver near side. The remaining back is Tom Matty. He stays in the block. Unitas throws. This one is intercepted at the 20-yard line by Mike Colon. He returns to the 31. Miami has the football. For Mike Colon, the weak linebacker, that is his first interception of the season. 11 yards on the return. 3rd time of the ball game, Unitas has been intercepted. So Miami has the football, their own, let's call it the 30-yard line, just shy of that point, 1st and 10. 5 minutes, 25 seconds remaining. Miami moving from left to right. Twilly wide to this side. Warfield, he's been the game breaker. Touchdown pass of 75 yards. 3rd and 2, and the long pass of 50 yards to the Baltimore 5, where Zaka went in. The give is to Jim Kick. Kick right side, hole open by Larry Little and Norm Evans. He goes to the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3. The ball game all Miami from here in.
I don't think there's any way the Colts can possibly catch them at this point. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left. 21-0, Miami in the lead. 2nd down, about 2.5 yards to go for a first down. Momentum all with the Dolphins. They're looking good now running the ball. Would appear that they will be able to perhaps not hold the ball for the remainder of the ball game, but grind out a few first downs here to keep the Colts from possibly getting 3 touchdowns.
Jim Kick, 35 yards and 14 carries. Kick again, jumps to the outside, has the first down. 44-yard line of Miami. A gain of 7, and it's 1st and 10. Ted Hendricks, the strong linebacker and one of the great linebackers in the National Football League, was there to stop him. Miami at their own 44. Now with 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. Miami 21, Baltimore nothing. The 11th first down in the ball game for the Dolphins. And George Bob Greasy will use up as much time in each huddle as possible. He'll want to snap the ball about 29 seconds after it's been marked ready for play. Greasy again with a long count. Larry Zonka, kick with a block. Ray May with a tackle, 50-yard line. A gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4. Now 3 minutes, 28 seconds remaining.
And you can see Greasy look up at the clock at the end of every play, marking what the time is. As you mentioned, wanting to use the full 30 seconds to wait to get the ball in play.
Greasy spins, gives to kick. The hole's on the left side. A fumble at the end of the play at the 46-yard line, but Miami holds on to the football. Bubba Smith was there, spot the ball at the 46-yard line of Baltimore. It will be close to the first down. 1st and 10 at the Colt 46-yard line. Greasy takes Zaka, heads to the left, cuts back inside. He may have a yard, and that will be all to the 45. It'll be 2nd and 9 as Mike Curtis was there. Bob Kuchenberg, Jim Kick with the blocks in the play for Miami. Two minutes remaining in the American Football Championship game. Miami 21, Baltimore nothing. Two years ago, Miami won only 3 ball games that season. Don Shula, in his second year as a head coach, it cost Miami a first-round draft choice. It may have been the best first-round draft choice they ever had. Shula, named today by UPI as the American Football Conference Coach of the Year. Greasy spins, gives off to kick. Big hole, 35 to the 30-yard line. A gain of 15 and a first down. It was 2nd and 9, and Rick Volk and Rex Kern were there for Baltimore. We pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is KLIQ and KLIQ-FM in Portland, Oregon, where you'll hear the Alan Hirsch Show Monday through Friday between 1 and 4 o'clock.
This is Charlie Jones and George Ratterman now with 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining here in Miami. Miami Dolphins 21, the Baltimore Colts nothing. First down at the Baltimore 30-yard line. The Colts offense hurt. Bulash did not play. Matty played only sparingly. The give to Zaka. Counter inside from the 30 to the 26-yard line. Gain of 4. It will be 2nd down and 6, and the clock continues to move. Now with 1 minute and 3 seconds. And Miami has taken the last step to the Super Bowl. They will be meeting the Dallas Cowboys there in 2 weeks. Super Bowl in New Orleans. "46 seconds and counting. Miami still in the huddle. The ball at the 26-yard line. 37 seconds. Warfield splits to the far side. Twilly the flanker near side. Jim Kick and Larry Zaka the running backs. Mar Fleming the tight end right side. Greasy. Greasy gives to Kick. Has a couple of yards and the clock continues to move. 21 seconds remaining. And the crowd will start to count down, George.
And that was probably the last play. The Baltimore Colts, realizing they're out of it, feel there's no need to prolong the agony, aren't bothering to call a timeout. They're walking off the field now. And the Dolphins have won the game 21-0.
With the roar of the crowd, that is the end of the ball game. The final score, Miami 21, Baltimore nothing.